My mind is all over the place. I'm so sorry. Okay.
That's totally fine. Oh, it's raining again. Or I don't know if it stopped raining. Alright.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Alright.
Yep, yep. That's definitely how bad I am, so...
Okay, so now that we've assessed your skill level, first things first, something that will immediately help.
Yeah.
Okay? Something that'll immediately help is Alright, let's think here. So for right now, I would work on number 1, blocking. Number 2, I've noticed that a lot of people do this. Don't press buttons when you're getting attacked.
Okay.
So like if you're getting up, especially trying to do wake up attacks, most players that are good are going to have their meaty timings on lock, and if you try and press a button to wake up attack, you are going to get hit every time.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So don't do that. All right.
Okay.
Now let's run it again. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right.
All right. Go on. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, rollback frame's going nutty on it.
Yep, yep.
Okay. Okay. Another thing that I find really helps, especially in lower floors, is, do you know what Dust Loop is?
I don't actually.
Dust Loop is going to be your Bible from now on. Okay? Dust Loop will essentially tell you how to play your character, what moves are good when, and it will show you combos that you can lab out and learn, so that when you do get a hit in, instead of, just being like, and then you're just, that's it, and then you have no damage, you can actually output damage by knowing, being able to confirm into combos.
Okay.
Alright. Nice. See?
Nice.
Now this is just in general, the Slayer matchup with this character is basically keep me away, because if I get in, I'm in, and now you're having a bad time.
Gotcha.
You absolutely want to zone Slayer, because otherwise you're going to get mixed if I get in, and that's not... And if you get mixed, there goes half your health.
Yeah.
Okay. So. But the biggest thing to learn is basically blocking. Because right now, so I'm going to teach you a little bit about neutral. Okay? So right now, I'm being very aggressive.
Yeah.
Alright? The way to beat aggressive players is to be proactive. You're being, so there's basically 3 styles of play. There's aggressive, there's reactive, and then there's oh fuck, what's the word for it? It's like proactive, preemptive is the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's called the neutral triangle. Preemptive beats aggressive, reactive beats preemptive, and aggressive beats reactive.
Okay.
Alright. So when you notice that your opponent is being really, really aggressive and constantly coming in and, like, you know, really trying to get in and mix you,
yeah,
you've got to basically be doing moves before they are.
Got
so,
it.
like, so you're basically covering an option they haven't even gone for yet because they're about to go for it. That's being preemptive, right?
Yeah.
If your opponent is trying to do that and is constantly fighting ghosts on the other side of the stage waiting for you to be aggressive, then you just switch to being reactive, you wait for them to press a big commitment button, and then you get in and beat the crap out of them.
Yeah.
And if your opponent is trying to react to you all the damn time, like, you know, and trying to, like, you know, get at, then just go for them, because they're not going to be able to react quick enough with your fastest buttons, and you're going to be able to get in.
Yeah. Gotcha. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Nice. And it was working right there because I tried to grab you and you know, didn't get grabbed.
Yeah.
But you see, the difference between a decent player and a good player is being able to adapt on the fly.
Yeah.
Right? Because right then, I stopped being aggressive. I started being reactive.
Yeah.
And you... Right? So that's just the that is the essence of the neutral triangle. And knowing that, knowing when to be aggressive, when to be reactive, when to be preemptive, will absolutely win you more games than anything else. Because you're gonna start winning neutral every time. You're gonna become a neutral god, and then no matter what people do, they're gonna get in for like a little bit, and then they're gonna be like, aha! And then all of a sudden you're gonna switch it up, and now you're in, and now that what they were just doing, that don't fucking work anymore.
Yeah.
So, learning when to do those is really important, and then once you get down your neutral really well, being on Dust Loop will absolutely help, because you'll be able to confirm into better combos and do more damage with when you win neutral. And knowing those two things, okay? Having some combos and knowing decent neutral is the difference between floor 2 and floor 10.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Just those two things. Dead ass. Like, a lot of the times what most people don't understand in this game is that the person who's currently smoking and rolling you, most of the times, they only know one or two more things than you do, and that's what's allowing them to absolutely whoop you. And once you know those one or two things, you're gonna be doing way like much better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My lovely wife is waiting.
I mean, that's just the way it is with fighting games a lot of the time. Okay. Another thing is resource management. You have a burst and you should use it. Now, you're already not falling into the category that a lot of bad players, or at least lower floor players, fall into, which is bursting at the first sign of trouble.
Yeah.
Right? You're not doing that. Right? You're not bursting at the first sign of trouble, but you're also not bursting when you're in the middle of a high damage combo.
True, yeah.
So learning when to burst is important. I know this seems like a little bit of an information overload, but I promise,
no worries.
like you basically don't worry about your meter or bar or anything right now, or looking at your opponent's bar right now, because on floor 2, nobody's using bar.
Yeah.
Nobody's using bar. Ever. So, and nobody's keeping track of when their opponent has bar either. You're not.
Yeah.
So, with burst, you wanna... This is where it just comes to matchup knowledge. Where it's like, okay, I know what my opponent can do that's good, and if I see them getting into like a big combo, I'm going to burst out of it because I know that this is a high damage potential for them.
Okay.
Now, that just comes down to knowledge. That just comes down to playing. So like that'll come eventually. You know?
Yeah.
Nah, I get you. But ow! How dare you? So yeah, so like that's sort of a big thing. Is knowing when to burst.
Okay.
Now, another big thing I will caution you against is hero bursting. And hero bursting is something I see way too many people do. Which is, if I have like a quarter of my health left, and you have like most of your health, and you're obviously going to win this round. It's going to be really hard for me to come back from this, right? And then I burst out of one of your combos. Why? Why would I do that?
Exactly.
You know? Like, I'm just gonna lose, and now next round I don't have burst.
Yeah.
So now I'm missing a critical resource, and I have put myself in a worse position.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Bursting when there's a huge health discrepancy and it's not likely that you're gonna win the round. Hero bursting, don't do it.
Okay.
Alright, fantastic. Now.
Oh, wait, I don't have first pick. Nope. Nice.
Now this is a little weird because being as low floor as you are, there are a few things that you need to know, and one of them is that right now mashing will work because your opponents suck. However, because I know that you're not mashing, it gives me free reign to basically grab you whenever I want.
Gotcha.
because right now you're hiding behind guard.
Such charming.
So
Gotcha.
then it's all reactive to where it's like, okay, when it's all about knowing when to mash and when to actually like guard. Because against better players who have their meaty combos down, they know they're good at getting Oki and everything. They are, like, if you mash against them, you're going to get hit every time.
Yeah.
But because right now I'm playing in such a way, where, like, you know, I'm walking up and I'm grabbing and I'm doing things like this, then it's okay to mash. Because, you know, you're trying to catch me.
Yeah.
So it's basically the difference between mindless mashing
and strategic mashing.
And strategic mashing. You know, it's kind of like you gotta know the rules before you can break them.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know this is probably information overload, because there is just a lot to learn.
Yeah, and but absolutely no worries.
But,
like, I definitely
yeah.
kind of need this. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure, right? And you're a new player, so like,
Yeah.
you know, these are just kinds of basic things.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like you know, learning when to burst, learning neutral. Those are basically learning neutral is your biggest absolute thing right now.
Yeah.
That is like priority number one. Get decent in neutral. Everything else will come. Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't even need Roman canceling right now. You don't need it. You don't need RCs.
Okay. Okay.
Like you just don't. Because Roman cancels, those are like a 4 8 thing, honestly.
Okay.
Is when you're gonna start like wanting to do them to increase your damage. Right?
Yeah.
It's funny, as I actually am going for a specific combo right now, but I can't not get a counter hit. It doesn't work on counter hit.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I want to do something, but I can't because every time I try and mix you with just a raw pile bunker like this, I get a counter.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
Come on. Okay. Wait, am I pressing the wrong keys? I'm pressing the wrong keys this entire time.
Uh-oh.
I've been trying to burst, and I think I ended up actually like moving my hands forward to burst instead of actually pressing the right keys.
Oh no. Also, that is death for you, unfortunately.
Yep.
Last Horizon.
Stand with pride.
I will say I've only got like 15 minutes left before I have to stop. So, but I like
Yeah, no
really
worries.
appreciate that you've been like doing this.
Oh, no worries, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to quickly, feel free to beat me up while I'm doing this.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly send you to send you a link to Dustloop,
Okay.
right? And then this is going to be your bread and butter, your Bible. You are going to learn so much just from Dustloop.
Perfect.
I mean, a lot of this is just learning basic strategies too.
Yeah, yeah.
So a big thing that I see a lot of players do, your best option when you get wall broken, especially if your opponent has meter, in the lower floors, they're almost always going to go for a super right off the back to try and catch you off guard, and it's going to work a lot. Your best option is always going to be to jump back like this. Just jump, hold back, and then that covers every super that goes in a straight line, and every super that is a grab, it covers. Basically, it's going to cover you from any super that's going to happen. Is to just jump backwards. Just jump backwards when you get wall broken, and you're going to be fine. Alright.
Okay. Perfect. Yep, okay.
Nice. Now for some Slayer matchups specifically, whenever you see me do this, almost always you're going to want to mash, okay?
Yeah.
Whenever you see me do this, you're gonna want to mash. Always. Now that is assuming that I'm going to go for anything like that.
Yeah. So if you don't faint, you're gonna it will actually work.
No. Okay, so I have 3 options. This is where the mix comes in, okay, and where you have to start reacting. I have 3 options off of Dandy Step, okay? Alright, I have 3 options off of Dandy Step.
Okay.
I have this. I have this. Well, actually, I have 4 options off of Dandy Step. I have this. And I have this.
Okay.
Alright? For this, for basically, for this, and for this, mashing works. For Pile Bunker, doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So all you have to do is basically see what is my most used option on the Dandy Step. If it's Pile Bunker, don't mash, block, because if you block, so keep blocking. Right? That's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Pile Bunker has huge negative frame. Like, it is very, very minus on block.
Gotcha.
So if I do that, you hit me. It's your turn. Your turn, right?
Yeah.
But if you're blocking and I do something like this, or I try and mix you, or something like that.
Yeah.
Then most of the times I'm gonna be plus, and then yeah, see, like this on block is plus, so you're gonna want to mash depending on what I do.
Gotcha. Oop.
Nice. I think I got you there.
Yep, you definitely got me there.
Oh, also, I'm going to link you to something, and this is going to go into a lot more detail about neutral and how to be in neutral.
Okay.
It's called neutral.mp4, and it is by our lovely, gorgeous, amazing man, Krakatoa.
Okay.
We love him. He is the best thing ever that has happened to Guilty Gear Strive as far as we're concerned. Check out, he has neutral MP4. He also has reactions MP4, so yeah. But
Perfect.
the 3 pillars of neutral.mp4, watch it at your leisure. It will explain a lot to you and go into more detail and be a very good time for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
And this is basically these two resources that I've given you right here is how you get to like floor 8 easy.
Okay. Perfect. Hi, Stardusts. It's Shay. I'm just here to say thank you to Dubsy Taz, and to tell you to go follow him at twitch.tv/DubsyTaz, and give him a huge thanks for me. Thank you for watching.